Hey guys, this is Patrick and Kyle, and today we're going to be talking about Behind the Mask.
Yep, Behind the Mask, the theatrical world premiere of Megadeth's final and self titled studio album. Now, was it a world premiere? Not really, at least for us, because I do believe that this showing in the US was on the eve of release on Thursday, but here in Canada, it was on Saturday, so the album was released the day before, and beyond all that, the album was leaked several days before the world premiere, which kind of hurt the excitement a bit. A couple of years ago, we did go to the theatrical showing of 72 Seasons by Metallica, and I think outside of the singles, all that music was fresh to the listener, which helped. I do think it was on a Thursday, come to think of it. But both of these movies were very similar in structure, and we'll talk about that as we go. Now, to be honest, we're not big Megadeth fans. Totally respect them, and I definitely grew up listening to a fair amount of old Megadeth. But things like this are always fun to do. I love going to the movie theater and doing a metal-related activity at the movie theater. Makes it even better. And I'd say at our showing there was about 35 people. It's kind of clicking around the website to see how well attended the other towns in the area were. And I'd say our showing in Newmarket, that was probably the best attended one outside of downtown Toronto. So that was good to see. But there's going to be three main things to talk about, I guess: the album itself, the movie itself, or like the music videos, and then the retrospective that we'll also speak about. So the videos for the songs, you basically have the opening,
Tippy Point.
Tipping Point. So the whole thing starts with Tipping Point and its music video, followed by I Don't Care and the music video. Every other song on the album, again, similar to the 72 season showing, is that there would be like uh, computer graphics or different images just being kind of shown over and over again in different ways. Like one was like flyers throughout the years. Again, some were computer graphics. Some that's song "Hey God" was just kind of like weird kind of church imagery. But I guess my complaint with those kind of things is the lyrics across the screen. Because my personal opinion, at least a later day Megadeth, lyrics aren't a strong point, and they were just kind of way too in my face there. The retrospectives is basically a long interview with Dave where in between each song he'll spend a couple minutes talking about the new song from the new album and then proceed to kind of chronologically talk about the history of Megadeth and his experiences. I thought it was a little kind of one dimensional, just too much Dave, and I know it's his band, but I don't think there was any footage of like anyone else speaking, I don't think. And not a lot of like uh, historical clips through the years. I would have, I think, added some more value to it. But most importantly is the album. What do you think of the album?
Good. I give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I walked out of there giving it a 6. Like for what it is. Like 2026 Megadeth. I gave it a 6 out of 10. But on my way to work this morning, I played it about one and a half times in the car, and it's definitely grown on me. I'd say I would give it a 7.5 out of 10 at this point. Now, we were talking about our favorite songs from the album. What are your two favorite songs?
My favorite songs are Obey the Call and the cover of Ride the Lightning.
So yeah, some later songs in the album. I think you also liked the last song, the final note. Um, What do you think about Ride the Lightning? Did you think that was a good cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it was basically the exact same, except Dave on vocals. So in that, all things considered, I prefer the Metallica version, as I'm more of a James guy than a Dave guy. But my favorite songs, I would say the opener, Tipping Point. I think that's got to be the best song right now, if you ask me. And then
Puppet Parade.
Puppet Parade, which definitely brings back some major countdown to extinction vibes. I think Dave said that himself during the movie, I'm pretty sure. He says he was trying to get the chorus for Puppet Parade, and he was just going right to the countdown to extinction days. I was saying I used to, back when I was like 12, 13 years old, I used to come home and just play Super Mario 3 for hours and hours and play Countdown to Extinction. So as much as I think Rust in Peace is the best Megadeth album, like most people, this is probably the one I've put the most time in with over the years. Other strong songs, I Am War, I really like that one. And then Let There Be Shred. Lyrics are a little silly, and it reminded me a lot of Lux Eterna by Metallica. Basically, kind of going for the same thing, not really trying to give you the 1986, 1988 like prime years, but going way back to the old days in 1983. I think the two worst songs on the album to me are Made to Kill and Hey God. So, yeah, just a quick video. Had a pretty good time. We do plan on seeing Megadeth live opening for Iron Maiden next summer. Haven't got the tickets yet, but I think there's a very good chance we're going to be there. And
we're going to go up to Ghost on Saturday.
Yeah, gonna see Ghost live in about 6 days. And actually, one thing I was thinking of, talking about movies and stuff, that Metallica Save My Life documentary, whatever happened to that? Because they had some showings of that back in last April, and here we are in end of January. Did it come and go? I'm not sure. We saw Metallica in Toronto last April, and I think the shows were on Friday and Sunday, and then on the Saturday there was a premiere of the Metallica Save My Life movie, and I checked up on it, and there was actually literally 2 seats left, so I probably could have got those last 2 seats, but it was literally the very first row. You'd be looking up like that, and crowds like that aren't really for me anyways. I gotta assume that movie's gonna be coming to a wider theatrical release, or hopefully just on streaming or something. But besides the point, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.